Hailey Bieber calls out Justin Bieber's pastor. We got to talk about this, but before we get into this huge update, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So grab a snack, grab a drink, girl, hit that subscribe button. I would be so incredibly grateful. All right, best friend, listen. I did a video yesterday, okay, about Hailey Bieber posting a couple things on her Instagram. And I told you guys that I was going to do a little investigating. And girl, did I ever, bitch. Just call me Dora the Explorer. Call me Anola Ho, okay? Call me Blues Mother Effing Clues, bitch, okay? Listen, before we get into the things that I just uncovered, welcome back to my channel. I am your new messy best friend. I do 5 videos a day. And I am sort of more like a conversational TV channel, okay? We have a lot of fun on this channel, and it's sort of like we're on a FaceTime call. So if this is something you are interested in, make sure to subscribe. It helps me out so much. All right. So yesterday, Hailey Bieber posted this on her Instagram. Check this out. So Hailey Bieber posted something very different on her Instagram stories. She posted 3 different stories, and says, pastors and preachers really love to just put words together with the same letter and act like it's hitting so crazy. Quote, there's blessings in the brokenness. Brokenness? Girl, I don't know, bitch. I'm not the brightest bulb at the Home Depot. Quote, there's grace in the gratitude. Shit drives me bananas. Then she posted this and said, and then people sit there like this, eating it up. Then she posted, anyways. Anyway. All right, so listen. When I first saw that, I immediately, my head started spinning. I mean, I was like, you know, my tea was like, dun 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 dun. Like, I knew something was coming, and it sure did, bitch. It is giving very much, joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Okay. A lot of people, when they first saw this, they were like, who is Hailey Bieber talking to, right? Because here we have to break it down. We have her father, Stephen Baldwin.
I will, because I am. And because I am, therefore I will. I will go and I will do according to my will, not yours. On my terms, not yours. So remember that, Satan, in the future, you little devil. In the future, when you call upon me for whatever, I am not available.
I mean, what can I say about Stephen Baldwin? I don't want anything to do with that family, girl. Kuna Matata, bitch. So you have him. Here's the thing. You know, my father is a Stephen Baldwin. I'll just say it, you know, it is what it is. My father is so blinded by his obsession with God that he has created his own narratives, and he believes that those are God's and Jesus' narratives and rules, right? For example, you guys know that he performed a gay exorcism on me. You guys know that, right? And I've told you this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. I will do a video on it. But yeah, girl, I mean, one thing led to another. I'm in a church, and then I have a bunch of hands on me. Second, la cucaracha homosexual del Zócalo. And I thought we were going out for ice cream. Boy, was I wrong. Let me know if you want the full story. But yeah, so I know what it's like to have a Stephen Baldwin, because it's I believe you should have your own beautiful relationship with God, like I do. I cherish it. It is my most precious treasure that I have is my faith. But I don't put myself holier than Christ or God. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm above anybody. And I think people like Stephen Baldwin, people like, my dad, or people who are like that, they look down on what they believe is wrong and is not what God wants. You get me? Like, they become the authority. Well, I agree with Hailey. Some pastors and priests, you have to really connect with them, because they bring in their own ideas and their own narratives, and they just use the word God aligning with it, and then they just say that that's God's words, when in reality, I'm like, girl, that's your words. Well, anyways, I did some digging. 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, Justin's former pastor, Carl Lentz, regrets losing Justin Bieber's trust after the cheating sex scandal.
Okay, what happened with Justin Bieber and his former pastor and buddy Carl Lentz? First of all, I want to make it clear that not all inappropriate relationships have to be physical or sexual. I'm going to lay out the facts and you guys can let me know what you think. There was a point in Justin's career when his mother was concerned about him, and that's when you can start seeing pastors taking him under his wing. And Carl Lentz met him when he was about 14. Carl Lentz ended up being the pastor of Hillsong Church in New York City. Hillsong is a very trendy, quote, celebrity church that came out of Australia. They have ones in California. The Kardashians went, Kevin Durante, you'll see lots of celebrities connected. Of course, one of the main people that would go and was very involved in, was friends with Carl Lentz, was Stephen Baldwin, who is the black sheep of the Baldwin brothers because he's a Republican. And his daughter is Hailey. So things really started happening in 2017 when Justin canceled his tour because of exhaustion, but it was really, he was trying to rededicate his life to Christ, and this is when he became very close with Carl Lentz. He said that he saw Carl as a second father, which is understandable. They ended up being inseparable, being seen together everywhere, and Justin actually moved in with Carl Lentz and his family for a while. During this time, that of course made Carl Lentz's star shoot upward, and he wore very trendy clothes. He was tattooed, he had a mohawk, he was on Oprah. People really were starting to notice him because of Justin, so he was definitely riding the celebrity train. Justin and Hailey did meet through Hillsong Church. There was some kind of weird falling out between Carl and Justin right around the time of their engagement, and he wouldn't comment on it. They later made good, and I think Lentz was at his wedding. Then last year, everything with Carl hit the fan because it was found out that he was having an affair with a woman he met at the dog park. He lied to her that he was like a sports agent. They had lots of sex. He was fired from the church, and then now the church elders said,
I just enjoy seeing people worship, praising God.
I think
I want to live a life that's closer to God than ever before.
absolutely. Justin,
Samesies.
Samesies. Carl,
I want to get close like that wisp is to Justin. No, I want to get better. That's why
I
we
just
all
want to
came.
love people more. I just want to love Carl more.
You're doing a good job with that.
You're my man.
Justin, this is your second time at Hillsong Conference.
Yes.
And what's different this time about being here?
I just think my faith grows every day. So my faith is stronger than 2 years ago. Better, stronger, wiser, kinder.
So there's probably a lot of people
The way I look at my relationship with God and with Jesus is I'm not trying to earn God's love by doing good things. God has already loved me for who I am before I did anything to earn and deserve it. It's a free gift by accepting Jesus and just giving your life to him.
Growing up, there was so many weird Christians that I came across that was just like, I don't think I want to be a Christian, you know? And then I got to a point where I was so lost. I'm like, let me try to revisit my faith. Most Christians are like, I'm gonna do this so that God can love me. I'm gonna like, if I show up wearing this, like, he'll respect that, you know? But that's not what God is. Like, if God is based on love, it's I love you first, regardless of what you do, rather than you do this and then I'll love you. Does that make sense?
He loves you no matter.
He loves you no matter what. Yeah, it doesn't mean you can go do what you want, but it just, if God's based on love, like if I love my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna want to cheat on her because I love her so much. It's not like if I don't cheat on her, she's gonna love me more, or you know what I mean? It's like you've developed a relationship with God,
and
so that you don't want to do that other stuff.
Yes.
You don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to hurt people because you're like, oh, like God loves me. As soon as I could understand my worth and knew that, like, hey, people aren't giving me what I need. Like, people are always wanting something. I can never tell if something's really authentic, but when I really sit in my room and I'm alone and I can just like, God, are you there? Like, I feel this connection with something that's a higher being. It just, and picture it as being a perfect thing.
Yeah.
It just puts an ease to my soul that's like, I can't describe.
Special.
You see, I knew that there was a connection, allegedly, of course. Well, listen. Says here, former Hillsong East Coast pastor Carl Lentz expressed regret over breaking the trust he had with Justin Bieber, acknowledging the deep impact of what he did. He says, I feel like what people like Justin that supported us and trusted us, when you are at a certain level of fame, the only thing you have with somebody is trust. That's all you have. They don't need money. People don't need your opportunities. And so when that trust is violated, it's times 10 because that's all we had. My relationship with him and other people was built purely on trust. So depending on how you held that, it could be really devastating. He added, so I think my relationship with him, I kind of just keep it moving now because I feel like he and a number of other people were dragged into my mess, and I hated that. At one point, Lentz was Bieber's pastor and mentor, including baptizing the pop singer in NBA champion Tyson Chandler's bathtub after Bieber insisted he be baptized after professing his faith in Jesus during his time as pastor at Hillsong NYC. Lentz was friends with multiple celebrities, including Bieber, Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, Kylie Jenner, Kevin Durant, and Tyson Chandler. Lentz noted that the media often uses these celebrities, including the ones he was friends with, as clickbait to draw attention to stories. Quote, I know people are into clickbait. If you put Bieber's name in an algorithm, it's going to get you 10 times the feedback. And I've done this chapter before. When answering questions about Bieber, Lentz said, I just try to keep it general. We had a great relationship. I knew him since he was kind of like a young up-and-coming teenager. And to watch him now flourish as a man is awesome. But you know, it's sad. I'm sad that I broke that trust with him and everybody, really. But our relationship was special, and I'm grateful that I had a chance to be a part of that chapter with him. So, what are the coincidences, right? That this came out literally 2 days ago, and Hailey's message came out yesterday. Let me tell you something. Justin Bieber has every single right to be religious, has every single right to be, have his beautiful relationship with God. But there are people out here who are using God's name and taking advantage of people vulnerable like Justin, who are just trying to find their way in life and trying to find a relationship with God. You know what I mean? Have his own relationship. So what happens? A bad, ill-intended person with no morals using God's love and God's word and coming in and brainwashing Justin, and then have Justin act a damn fool, okay? And that, I think, is what Hailey is referring to. That's my opinion. I'm not 100% sure, But that's what I think, because people take advantage of vulnerable people. And I do believe that with Justin's background and Justin's trauma, I do believe that there has to be something that it's just a very vulnerable, easy to manipulate and easy to use. And it's very sad, and it's very, very, very disgusting that people would use somebody's journey to try and find God and Jesus and try and find their own relationship and abuse it, you know? So if that is what Hailey meant, then I applaud her for that, because Justin is, who knows who he's surrounding himself with now. He surrounds himself with pretty interesting characters, okay? Like Anxiety from Inside Out. I mean, I don't know, girl. Religion is such a delicate and such a personal, you know, just such a personal subject. Like, for example, I'm the religious one in my marriage. My husband, he is into like spiritual, you know, journeys. He's into like manifesting. He's into Buddhism. He's into, you know, just, he has his own way of life, and I have mine. In the beginning of our relationship, I would actually force him to go to church with me on Sunday. I go to church on Sundays, and I would force him. This was 12 years ago. And I just remember, you know, him always kind of just coming with me and stuff, but I never saw him that excited like me. I would also force him to either like, you know, I don't know, just pray with me sometimes, or, you know, things like that. Until one day he said, Sebastian, I love you, but I don't share the same views as you do. And I said, oh Lord, I married the Antichrist. And then we talked, and I completely understood him. You know, he has his own views of life. I have mine. And me forcing my religion on him, my spirituality, my journey on him is wrong. And I was doing the same thing that my father tried to do to me. You know what I mean? So it all was very full circle. And of course I stopped. Now I'll see him sometimes, like, you know, do a little prayer here and there. And when he's asleep, I do the blessing and I pray over him when he's asleep. He doesn't know what I'm doing, girl. And it won't hurt him, honey. An extra prayer won't hurt him. But, you know, I respect now his boundaries, and I respect his space, and I respect his own spiritual journey. And, you know, Hailey has, of course, spoken out about her faith in the past and, you know, being connected to church. But I think after seeing her father and after seeing what these you know, horrible people around Justin tried to do just to manipulate and to get money and to get clout and power, obviously I feel like she might be, you know, kind of on alert, right? But I don't know, girl. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, religion is such a touchy subject, but I think as long as we respect one another's beliefs, I think we're going to be okay. But what do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. Listen, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you guys. You have no idea. And, you know, like, for example, I pray for all of you every single night, right? But, of course, I don't, like, put my beliefs on you guys, right? Because I wouldn't want you to do that to me. Because as soon as somebody tries to do that to me, girl, I stop listening, girl. Of course, listen, here's the thing. If you want to share your religion with me and talk to me about it, I would love to hear it. But when I'm trying to, when I sense that you're trying to like convince me or like, you know, cross boundaries, I don't listen, girl. I'm in La La Land with the Oompa Loompas dancing la Macarena, okay? Anyways, what do we think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think that Hailey Bieber meant with this? I'd love to hear your opinion. And I'm so grateful and thankful for you all. And I know that this week is going to be very, very blessed. And I'll see you all in my next video. Beedity, bobbity, boom. Oh, girl. My beedity bobbities is not working today. Hang on, girl. Beedity bobbity.